Hi, colleagues and friends. This is Dr. Tapia, and I'm here to share some thoughts with you about five steps that you can put in place to overcome adversity. Now, none of us are strangers to adversity. All of us experience difficulty from time to time. And what do we do in those situations? It's really hard to think when you're in the middle of the storm. So, I just want to suggest some helpful steps. First of all, have your pity party. Number one, get it out. If it's just shutting down for the day and watching your favorite movies and turning off your phone, do it. Cry, take a long shower, go for a long drive. But the key here is connect with your emotions, acknowledge them, and get it out. Maybe it's a day, maybe it's the weekend, have your pity party. But after that, commit that you're going to get up from it and you're going to move on. Number two, assess the situation and own the part that you have control over. In any situation, there's contributions that we make to the situation, whether it's good or bad, positive or negative. So, as little as it may be, really reflect and own your contribution to it. And I think that's very healthy because it helps you to say, okay, I'm going to focus on my part, what we call the circle of influence. There's things outside your influence. Those are the things that we love to think about. Oh, he did this, she did that. If that would change, if the sun wasn't there, if the moon was over there, things we have no control over. But if you really assess your contribution, you can say, okay, maybe I could have done this thing differently. Or maybe there's something that you didn't do that you should have done, so you assess your contribution. Number three is that you make sure that you write down a very measurable and realistic plan for moving forward. Now that you've connected with your emotions and you've went ahead and you've acknowledged your part or your contribution, you write down a very realistic plan. And key to this plan is making sure you address the worst case scenario. So you say like this: if X were to happen, X being the most absolutely worst situation, worst thing that could happen in the situation, if that were to happen, what would I do? In other words, if there's option A, B, and C, these are the possible outcomes that could happen in this situation. Plan for the worst. If this worst case situation happened, if I lost my job, if I broke up with this person, if my loved one really did move on, okay, what am I going to do? Because from that point forward, when you plan for the worst case scenario, anything that could happen that is better, you're already prepared for. So once you've set your mind to the worst case scenario, you hope for the best, but you plan for that situation. And then you have peace of mind knowing you're not going to be surprised by a worst case scenario that you were hoping would not happen and you weren't planned and prepared for. Number four, you want to make sure now that you've connected with your feelings, you've owned the situation, the part that you have control over, you have a written down plan, is that you go ahead and you move forward in a spirit of gratitude. Take stock. Take stock of the things in your life that are good, that are great, the blessings you have. It's easy to see the problems, but we have to acknowledge the really good things that are happening in our lives. Count the blessings. Even when you were in elementary school, things that happened to you that you didn't deserve, that came to your way that were positive. Take stock of your friends, of your families, of your health, whatever it may be. But there's so much to be grateful for. So the fourth step in overcoming adversity is really take stock of the things that are blessings in your life. Because if you think about it, you will find there are amazing things in your life that you should be very grateful for. Okay, fifth, last but not least, is to go ahead and once you've done all this, is really just trust the process. Okay, in life, again, none of us are free from adversity, free from challenge, free from things that happen by chance. Maybe you got hit by a drunk driver, and now you're not feeling the same. Your body's not responding the same way because you've been hurt. And how could that person do that to you? Yes, we acknowledge that that's a very difficult situation, but trust the process. In life, you're going to find out you are in a marathon. And there's other people who are on the same journey as you. You turn to the right, you go, oh, I didn't realize you went through that as well. You turn to the left, you realize that there's other people who are going through something similar. So trust the process, that there's other people in this lane of life going in this marathon, and it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And find comfort in trusting the process and knowing that there's allies, there's people who care, there's people who can relate to you. Read a book, connect with the person who's been through that situation, and then you will truly identify as a family of the human race that we all go through tough times. And you know what? We're okay. We have each other. we have our faith, we have our hope, and we know things will be better. So again, 5 steps for overcoming adversity. Pity party, it's okay, have it. Number 2, assess the situation, what you have control over. Number 3, write down a measurable, realistic plan, planning for the worst case scenario. Number 4 is really be grateful, take stock of all the blessings in your life. And number 5, trust the process. You are a human being. This happens to us. This is life. And you're not alone, okay? So we're all here together in this race. It's a marathon, and we're going to make it. It's going to be a better day. We have hope, and we have life. Thank you so much, and I hope this helped you to reflect a bit. And join me in continuing to learn together. Thank you very much.